Hey guys, this is Chris Kermis and today I'm in Kosovo, Europe's newest country. Kosovo declared its independence in 2008 and it's recognised by quite a lot of countries in the world, but certainly not all. So today we're going to visit Pristina, the capital city and home to what some people say is the world's ugliest building. I'm also going to go down to the picturesque second city of Prizren. So come with me and let me show you what you can do on just a day trip from North Macedonia. So I've crossed over the border and I'm heading on the highway to Pristina. The highways have been pretty good here so far. It's been a really smooth journey and the border crossing itself is extremely quick and simple. I'm just coming to Pristina now and I'm super excited to see this new city. So Pristina is quite a small city, it's only about 250,000 people. Driving through it, it seems pretty modern so far. Just parked up the car, gonna have a little walk around now, see what it's like on the ground here. This really has to be one of the most famous buildings in Pristina. The National Library is often said to be the ugliest building in Europe. Some people love it, some people hate it. I just appreciate it for its weirdness. Is it the ugliest? I don't know. It's kind of interesting in a way. I saw a lot more ugly buildings when it came to some of the brutalist architecture of Skopje. So although it's a library, it's actually a study centre too. You've got these big classrooms in there and at the front the American corner. Just walking up from the main square in the city right now to what looks to be a pedestrianised kind of shopping street. It's quite charming around though, it's quite a nice city from what I see so far. Just strikes me as so much more normal after the whole crazy statues of Skopje. So here in Pristina too we find a monument to Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa of course was born in Skopje, as you might have seen from one of my last videos, but she was actually of Albanian origin. So Kosovo, of course, having a big Albanian population, they have a lot of respect. She's a national hero here. So behind me is the Fatih Mosque. This is one of the oldest in the city. Supposedly it's from around the 14th century. More than 95% of the population here in Kosovo is Muslim. I never realised that before coming here. This is the bazaar that we're walking through right now. Seems pretty quiet and low-key so far. Got a bunch of places with fresh produce, food. Some other places with t-shirts, handbags, hats, that sort of thing. Knockoffs from China, I believe. Yep, as always, the fresh food market is where you see the real local life. The famous newborn sign. Monument to a newborn country. Now we're back in the car and off to Prizren, Kosovo's pretty second city. Yeah, driving here is no joke. People don't really look what they're doing, as you just see from there. And there on the way out of town is a statue of Bill Clinton. The Americans are loved here because of their intervention in the war. I'm just coming into Prizren now and the landscape dramatically changed from what it was around Pristina. A lot more mountainous. It looks a lot nicer. Sadly the clouds coming over though. Okay, so we've arrived in Prizren. Quite hard getting in here, the traffic is no joke. It's really busy on the streets around here. Managed to get through eventually and find a park. But very busy. At the same time, full of life. It looks really cool around this central area. Loads of restaurants, loads of terraces, loads of people around. And what looks to be some beautiful buildings, some beautiful scenery. And I think it's just started raining. So this is the stone bridge going over the river here. It's really quite lively. You see over the other side of the river and it's just full places. Lovely view from here up to the hills. The mosque over here and then the fort up on the hill in the background. Okay, so stopped off for a very late lunch actually at restaurant Bershka in the center here. Nice looking place, nice terrace outside. Just ordered some mixed salad and some chibapis, that sort of thing, but maybe a bigger version. I'm not sure, we'll see what comes. Got some lovely bread here and also some local Kosovan beer. My first time trying a Kosovan beer, so cheers guys. So it's a very traditional thick cheese. Gonna give this a try. Wow. It's really sharp. Not like normal sharp like I'm expecting. It's very salty. Sharp and then very salty. Really, oh, it leaves this kind of saltiness in your mouth. I quite like it, I think. Yeah, it's nice. And so this is the main event here. It's like a massive hamburger patty, the way this comes out, with a bunch of mixed salad and then some chips underneath. I like the way that you got the chips just underneath the burger, so they're kind of soaking up the juices from the burger. Always a good thing. I gotta show you guys this place. This is crazy inside. You know, we just sat outside on the terrace out front, but inside is beautiful. You got this whole courtyard out here, a little pond with baby swans in. So here's the courtyard at the back on 2 levels, as you see. We've got like a children's play area here. There's a pond right here. Just beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. Baby swans. Would you look at this place? Oh, hello, sir. And then huge room in here as well. This is really lovely, really impressive place. Someone's not so happy. And then just back out to the terrace where we're reading. Something pretty unique, right? So this behind me is the Sinan Pasha Mosque from around the 16th century. This is probably the biggest mosque in the city, at least it has a reasonable standard of preservation. I really liked it here in Prizren. With Pristina, I basically thought, you know, it's nice to visit, but a few hours here, seen the sights, happy to move on. This is somewhere I could actually stay, spend a day or two, maybe more. It's really quite vibrant here, it's quite charming, it's quite pretty. So I'm sad to be leaving this early. It feels like such a fleeting stop here, but better to visit a little bit than not at all, I always think. And hopefully someday I'll be back.
Dokle, dopiše Pristina.
Okay guys, and that is what you can see on a day trip from Skopje to Kosovo. So I'm back in Skopje now. I think the main thing that surprised me really about going to Kosovo for the first time was I didn't expect it to be a Muslim country like it is, with 90% of the population Muslim. You see minarets everywhere, you hear the call to prayer, but at the same time it's lightly Islamic. There's a lot of people just dressed normal Western clothes, no headscarves, but that still surprised me. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little tour of Kosovo, and I'll see you in the next video soon.